Oh, I recently cried with Bojidar, my Bobo, in Provincetown twice in the car, in the rickshaw. Once I cried for Lolita, the whale that died, and my friend's mother who passed away. I just really started crying. And then another night, I went home and started bawling. I was bawling away as well. And every time every time I cry, it seems to rain. And I was told in my youth to follow the water in my eyes.
Who told you that?
Oh, maybe perhaps some soothsayer over there at the counter at the McDonald's where I was working as a crew chief. They put me on as a crew chief because I worked so well with all the other individuals. They said, we want to make you the trainer.
At McDonald's?
Yep, back in the day with the Salazars. They were very nice people.
What are some of the other jobs that you've had before Drag Race?
Well, I've been to jail twice. And before Drag Race, housekeeping was an easy job for me. I always liked housekeeping. It's always fun, but it gets very monotonous. You can make good money doing that. I've been a server, been a cocktail hostess. I've taught traffic school before, finally, cheap and easy. Gay and lesbian, bisexual, transgender traffic school. This is way back in early 2004. I did that for a while as well. I used to be a docent and volunteer in, walking children in nature, #not grooming, take the kids out of the concrete jungle, and I would volunteer and do that for a long time, but that was volunteer basis. I've also been a youth leader for many years with the SGI, and I've saved some kids from suicide and stuff like that. So,
Do you need some water?
do I need some water for my throat? It's possible.
Can we get her some?
Cape Cod crud. Well, it's true.
Tammie's sense of humor, it's unlike anybody else in the world, because I think she gets so much about life that she just makes fun of it all, and she makes it into her own fantasy, which is really cool. I sometimes say people are so happy that we figured out that the aliens probably exist, but I'm like, they've always been here. Haven't you seen Tammie Brown? Like, she's been here. She gets it almost as if it's from an outside perspective, It's otherworldly.
Hola! That means hello. Sí, claro que sí. Sí. Are you okay back there squatting, or you need some kind of seat?
What do I love about touring? I like to connect with the fans and connect with everybody for the most part so they can see what I'm doing and they want to see me in person. I love that the most. I do like being able to meet people and connect with them and hear how they're feeling and their feelings, their emotions, and how I've been able to influence their life or help them in a positive direction. I like to hear all that feedback. The thing I don't like about the road is the packing and unpacking and not having an assistant yet, because it's too much and it's very stressing. And you know that because you've helped me with the bags before.
That's true. That's true.
She's actually pretty normal, like, for the most part. People think, like, she's really crazy, but she's actually...
Yeah.
She's normal. She does normal things, you know?
I mean, there's many things one can be afraid of, but I just don't let them get in the way. I'm afraid of arachnes, spiders, but I'm not going to squish them. Of course, I'm afraid of sharks, but I'm not going to go fish them out. And what is that called, bait and fish, where they hook the sharks and then release them, or release and fish? I don't think that's right either. I think that's animal cruelty. I'm afraid of the way human life is. I'm afraid of being shot down at any time. And nobody's going to do anything about it, especially in this country of the United States of the Americas. I don't have any anxieties about my future because I follow my heart, and I follow through doing what I want to do. You have to follow your heart. And am I a jaded optimist? Yes, I am a jaded optimist. I think the future is bleak. I don't think people should be breeding as much as they are. They should adopt.
I'm going like this. Hey, John, will you do something for us? Start by them and then walk towards us. Because I'm going to be... right? Yeah, there you go. And now just walk towards us. So, like, look. I'm going to be pulling out there, so then you got it.
Yes, my name is Roy Allen. I live in Los Angeles, and I first met Tammie Brown when we did the first episode of The Browns. Tammie is a consummate professional as far as the acting profession is concerned. She shows up, she hits her mark, she knows her lines, and she's thought a lot about what she's going to do. So it's a great pleasure to work with someone like that.
He plays my father in The Browns, and him and I hit it off behind the scenes really well. We have great conversations. He's sort of more into the intellect, the way I am.
And she was trying to lift me up onto the front porch. I mean, such a magnificent physical comedy. I don't know how she did it. But it was just hilarious, trying to get the wheelchair up the porch and into the door.
And he has a fun, he's really worldly. He's been around the world.
She's a very nice blend of authenticity and zany, which you don't always get. You get maybe one extreme or the other, but the blend is very entertaining, very charming, and I think the tens of thousands of fans probably agree with me.
I've always liked hanging out with older people because they have a lot more knowledge and they're more relaxed with you. And the finesse is different as well. I don't like the crotchety ones. If sometimes they're a little too crotchety, well, they can step aside. I'm not going to hang out with the bad attitude ones, though. But I like to be with them. They're just more relaxed, and there's a lot of knowledge there in this short life that we live.
Tammie Brown is authentic, sincere, immensely talented, and she's the real deal. Anybody that enjoys Tammie as a friend or as a fan is very richly rewarded.
It's about over an 8-hour class. And we'd be there all afternoon. We'd take a lunch break and then come back and this and that. And you'd have to file a report on yourself if you did something wrong. And one time I did call this lady. I told her to go sit in the closet because she was really raising some cane, if you know what I mean. And then that lady came back from lunch, and she had brought some duct tape and put it on her mouth, and she went and sat in the closet.